Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Bernie here, and in this video I wanted to show you the image quality that the Sony FX30 produces, whether you want to film in 1080p or 4K, if 1080p footage is good enough or not, or if 4K is the way to go, maximizing the 6K sensor of the FX30, downsampling 4K images. This video is for those of you who wanted to see the difference, if it's even worth it to film in 4K in the first place, or if the 1080p footage produced by this camera is good enough for your needs and workflow. Please note that when you film in 4K, it's as double the capacity that's being recorded to the SD card. And speaking of which, and in this test, I am using a Lexar Professional V60 256GB SD card, since it's what I have at the moment. So only XAVCS 4K and XAVCS HD are the file formats that you will see here. So now, and that's out of the way, let's move on to this first clip right here. This video clip is 23.98p in 4K in S-Log3, an indoor shot using only available natural lighting. I did not turn on any other lights in this shot, and all of the following shots that you will see in this test. Next is this 1080p footage of the same plants, and as you can see here, well, at least in my eyes, it's hard to tell the difference, but now when it's color graded using Phantom LUTs and Cinema Grade, and in these shots in particular, I used the Eastman LUT from Phantom LUTs, and I really like how it turned out, and I can easily see the difference. Note that I did not add any other LUTs and just tweaked the contrast a bit for these video clips. As you can see here in these side-by-side shots, the 4K image definitely is sharp compared to the 1080p one. Now let's take a look at the other examples. This one definitely has more detail in 4K than this 1080p video clip. And these shots have the same settings except for the resolution. In these next video clips, let's take a look at 59.94p or 60p shots. The first clip has 200 Mbps compared to the 1080p footage, which only has 50 Mbps, but both are 422 10-bit. So there alone, 4K really has an advantage here. Now for our final test. Let's check out these 120 FPS shots or 119.88p after the firmware 2.0 update. You can see that the 4K 119.88p is heavily cropped, and that affects the overall image quality, as you can see in this example. There is noticeable noise to the image, but it can definitely be cleaned in post. And I just wanted to mention that since it's there. In this next example, the 119.88p 1080p footage doesn't have additional crop compared to the 4K one, and is utilizing 100 Mbps 4208-bit compared to the 280 Mbps 422 10-bit of the 4K 119.88p footage, and still it's noisy compared to 1080p, at least in my eyes. So 119.88p in 1080p is definitely usable. So what do you think? Are you convinced, And now we'll use 4K instead of 1080p after seeing the test that I did. Or for you, there's not much of a difference, and we'll still use 1080p moving forward. You know, this is exciting, so please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and let's discuss. Alright, so as for me though, I would definitely choose 4K any day, and I'm a big fan of 4K ever since I started using the Panasonic GH4. So there's really no turning back for me. The overall image quality of 4K is way better, in my opinion, than 1080p, and the ability to crop in post when needed with little to no loss in image quality is amazing. But still, there's nothing wrong with using 1080p. It will just depend on your workflow, and if you think that moving to 4K isn't worth it, then it's all good. And as long as you're satisfied and happy using 1080p, then that's all that matters. Alright, so if you made this to this part or to the end of the video, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is Bernie. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.